Oh, let's grab this bag. Ugh. Woo. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing some exciting stuff. So as you can see on my back, we have my camera bag. We're going to do a photo shoot. For those of you that don't know, I am big on photography also. So we're going out to meet up with two different people, a 2019 STI and I believe a 2018 Hellcat. We're gonna go get some photos of them. It's gonna be super awesome. We're also gonna be doing an access port reading because you guys wanted to see the values of my access port as I'm driving. So it'll be a fun day. It's super nice out, and I think this is the last nice day that we're supposed to have before the rain comes back and potentially they shut down the state. So I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna enjoy the day, and I'm gonna bring you guys along with me. So let's hop in the STI and just let's start talking. Go around to the other side. So we are in the STI. I tried setting up the GoPro so that I could see the access port, but there's no way I could be able to get the GoPro to accurately look at the access port so you guys could see what's going on. So we're gonna talk a little bit about some of the readings that I'm getting while driving out to this photo shoot spot. And then when we get there, I'll grab the camera, I'll bring it up to the access port so that way you guys can see what the access port's reading and what normal values should be like. Because the access port does monitor the highs and the lows of the values, it should be an accurate representation of what you guys want to see as healthy values for the engine. I'm so hyped for summer. Like, I cannot wait for it to actually be summertime. The nice weather just makes me miss it. Up here in Washington, it rains in the wintertime, and throughout the spring normally consistently, like maybe 5 days a week, and then the 2 days that it's not raining, it's generally just overcast and cloudy and nasty. Plus the STI is so much fun to drive. Compared to the BRZ, it's a hoot. It's a real hoot nanny. So I've gotten on the car a little bit here and there. I've peaked at about 9.94 PSI of boost. I've gotten a fine knock learn reading of -1.05 and feedback knock of -1.04. My dam's pretty solid, so there's nothing to really worry about there. So I mean, if you guys are seeing like crazy values on your access port, then something's probably wrong. So overall, this is actually probably going to be the last access port video that I make for you guys. I've made so many of these videos now that it should answer all the questions that you guys have regarding what you need to be looking for, what to monitor, what values to keep an eye on, the goods, the bads. So this video probably going to be the last one that we touch on access ports, unless you guys have specific questions regarding access ports that I can't answer in the comments section. So just to further the test, I did put the air conditioning on because I know of us like to drive in some comfort, and with that, that is going to change your access port values a little bit. You're just going to see a little bit more knock than you normally would, but overall you're not going to see anything crazy. If you're really getting into boost and you really want to go fast, I do suggest turning off the air conditioning if you are trying to, I mean maybe if you're at the track, if you're doing some sort of illegal racing activity that you probably shouldn't be. But once we get more into a deserted area, I will get on the car a little bit more just to show you guys some of the values that we're going to be getting back from the access port. It's not going to be anything nuts. It's not going to be anything crazy. It's going to be normal values, and you guys should be seeing these similar values on your car. So I mean, even getting into it a little bit more, we're up to 10.3 PSI boost. We've hit -1.05 fine knock learn, -1.40 feedback knock, and we're still at 1 out of 1 dam, which is what we want. We don't want that dam to drop. My dam hasn't dropped in almost a year now, which is a good thing. Man, these rains, I tell you, there's something else. Also, I did want to touch on this because I do see sometimes some people in the comments section. There's going to be times that I'm not 100% right in these videos. I may have a fact slightly off or something along those lines. And if so, I will fully admit that I am wrong when it comes to some of these things. I do a lot of research outside of what I already know. And if I am wrong on something, I genuinely will admit it. But don't try to pick an argument with me in the comments section. I've had a couple people try to do this already. I'm not going to argue with you, oh geez, in the YouTube comments section. If you want to genuinely discuss a topic outside of what we've talked about, feel free to direct message me on either Instagram or Instagram. Actually, only message me on Instagram. But just don't try to pick a fight with me in the comments section about trivial things. It's not worth either of our time. If I'm wrong and you want to correct me on a fact, by all means do so. I'll verify it. If it does end up being true, then I will pin it to the top of the comments so that way everyone does have the correct information. But 98% of the time, I'm finding all the correct facts when it comes to these before I'm bringing them to you guys. So that way you guys don't have to dig through old forums, old Google thread topics. So just wanted to touch on that in the video also. Off topic again, you know what's really annoying that I hate about my car is this black view dash cam. I like it, but at the same time, I hate it. I hate it because it has Wi-Fi built into it, and my phone always tries to connect to the Wi-Fi on this dash cam, and when it does that, it stops playing music, and it's very annoying because I'll forget to do it every single time I get in the car, and I'll get like halfway down the road, figure out why it's not working. And I also use a VPN on my phone, which if you guys don't know what that is, it's a virtual private network, just to kind of protect my data a little bit more. But it's incredibly annoying because then my VPN disconnects and I feel like my phone freaks out and I can't connect to anything, and it's all because of this dash cam. This dash cam stems the problem of my service, and I hate it. 10 out of 10, not a fan of the poop smell. For those of you that live in the Tacoma, Seattle, Puyallup, South Hill area, you know what the poop smell is. You know what I'm talking about when it comes to that Tacoma aroma, and it does not smell lovely today. It's legit like poop particles floating around in the air, and then they get in your nose, and it's just not, it doesn't smell good. Why are you doing burnouts, Lexus? Is this Lexus trying to challenge me? Hey, GTR! Maybe you'll guys see the GTR that drives by. I don't know. That was a lady-driven GTR too. Good for her. I'm jealous of her. So just to give you guys an update on our Accessport values, absolutely nothing has changed. We're still at negative 1.05 on our fine knock learn, negative 1.40 on our feedback knock, and our dam has not yet changed, which is good. That's what we want. And we have the AC on too, which theoretically should increase those values, but I'm glad they're not. Washington State Patrol just passed me, and I have a camera mounted on the window, so hopefully they don't say anything to me. I swear I hit every red light. You know, you'd think the streets would be more empty with them like telling people to stay at home, but they're not here. There's people out and about everywhere. People got stuff to do, they got places to go, and they got things to see. So they're out. Ain't nothing stopping them. I gotta be careful through Fife. If any of you have ever driven through Fife, you know how like asshole-ish the cops are. They will literally pull you over for anything. That ain't happening to us today. We ain't getting pulled over, but if we do, we will definitely keep it recording. And we will recap here shortly with where we're at. We're about 15 minutes away from the spot where we're meeting these guys to do a photo shoot. I'm getting there a little bit early so that way I can snag some photos for myself also. Some of the roads down here, so I'm in the port of Tacoma, if you guys know where that is, and it's just a giant shipping yard. So everything that comes in from like Japan, China, it all goes through here, especially like new cars, they come off the boat every day. But the roads down here are garbage. They are straight garbage, and Washington has like okay roads. Keep that in mind, but these semis, they just wreck the roads out here. Jesus. Luckily, the air suspension actually handles pretty well on bumps and whatnot. So if you set the dampening to the right spot, they're just like coilovers where you can adjust dampening and rebound and everything like that. You can just adjust the height a lot easier. But overall, like the bags handle phenomenally on bad roads, unless, well, depending on the PSI that you're at. If you're at a really high PSI on bags and you try to go over roads, it's gonna wreck your life. It's gonna be so bumpy. Super excited to do this photo shoot also with these guys coming out. The Hellcat that we're shooting recently just got bagged, so it's a bagged Hellcat we're doing some photos of. And then the STI, it's on coilovers of some sort, I don't remember. It's like a 2019 version of my car, but white with black Workamotion D9Rs, and without the wing. Okay, I guess it's nothing like my car. I guess it just has the same wheels as my car. So we are just pulling up, so I'll grab the camera here in a moment and I will show you guys the area we're in and what we are working with. But overall, it looks phenomenal out here. There's no one out here. There's a nice beach. So let me grab this camera and I'll show you guys what our Accessport readings have been since we got out here. So just so you guys can see right there, our fine knock learn, I'm sorry for the glare. The fine knock learn stayed at negative 1.05. Our feedback knock didn't go anything lower than negative 1.40. Our dam stayed at 1. And then as you can see, our coolant really hasn't surpassed 192, but that's also because the car's been sitting for a minute. Air fuel ratio wise, about 11 was the richest we got and 20 was the leanest, while our boost didn't really surpass 9.94 pounds. Now this is just normal driving. This wasn't me really getting on it. I mean, these are gonna be normal values whether or not you're driving the car hard or not. But this is the spot, so let me hop out of the car here, turn it off, and then I'll show you guys the spot that we're actually shooting some photos in, because it's a pretty sweet spot. As you guys can see out here, it's super nice. We have the water out here. It's a pretty nice day too. It's not terribly cold like it normally is. So super stoked to snag some shots of the car. So I'm gonna hop on that. After I get some photos of this done, we'll recap with you guys, hopefully Tina, and then we'll be rolling up about the time that I wrap up here, and then I can start shooting their cars. So with that, I'm just gonna jump on it and I will recap with you guys here shortly. Both the Hellcat and the STI just showed up. As you can see, they're rolling in right back there. So I'm gonna get going with these guys, have them park somewhere over here. I'm gonna get the photos knocked out. After I get their photos done, that's a nice Hellcat and a nice STI. So, like I said, I'm gonna get these guys' photos knocked out, and then after I get the photos done, I'll recap back with you guys and we'll talk on the way home also. All right, you guys, so I just got home. We're in the office. I'm getting ready to start editing this video and then those photos as well. On the drive home, the Accessport readings were fairly normal yet again. So my general readings for fine knock learn, it didn't go past negative 1.05. On feedback knock, we saw negative 2.8, but that's pretty standard also, so nothing to fret about. Damn, didn't drop at all. So hopefully this does clear up your guys' questions regarding what my numbers are on the Accessport. There, like I said, there wasn't really any way for me to get a camera facing the Accessport while I was driving, just to be able to show you guys those monitors. But I did want to touch on this, and like I said, this probably is going to be the last Accessport video that I do, unless you guys just really want more Accessport videos, but I really don't know how much more there is to talk about with Accessport. So I think I'm gonna cut the Accessport stuff here unless something significant changes or anything happens out in the real world, in IRL as people say it. So I mean, I'll still answer your guys' Accessport questions if you have them. I mean, feel free to drop them down in the comments or DM me. If it does take me a while to DM or to get back to your message, I do apologize, because there are so many messages that come in. I really do try my best to start working through them all. Like, they build up so fast. But like I said, I'm here to try to help you guys out. I'm here to bring you guys along this journey of building cars with me and just trying to teach you guys everything I know and learn, and just learn more as I go with it. So I mean, I'm really gonna end it here on this one, but if you guys like this video, you know what to do. Go ahead and smash that like button. Ooh, just smash it. Smash it. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to be, because you know Doggo wants you to and I want you to, so that way you're not missing out on all this awesome content, we'll throw it down in the bottom right corner in this video. And with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies. Woo!